Hello, chat. How we all doing today? Nerdy, thank you for the 5 consecutive stream streak. I appreciate it. You totally haven't been here for 90% of every stream. True. Twitch is just being weird. I am melted. It is hot in the world. The world is warm right now, warm and toasty. And so I can definitely feel that. But hello, everyone. I hope you all are well. Hope you all are having a wonderful week so far. Except Australia. Yeah, except the one place that's known to have heat. But yeah, we're not going over 4. We're going over 8 cast members today. The 4 from today and the 4 from yesterday because I wasn't streaming yesterday. So we're gonna go through everyone that we missed, catch up on what we did. And then afterwards, we are going to just play some Island. I finished up Tug Toss, so now not Tug Toss, I finished up Dynaball. So we just have Tug Toss left to do. So, for those who don't know, I'm actually going to switch over to the screen. So, those who don't know how this basically goes, I'm new here and hope you're doing good. And yep, welcome Midnight. But here's the thing, chat. For those who weren't here on Monday, basically what we're doing is we're trying to theorize who the cast is going to be playing as. In the sense of, what does their outfit, what do they look like? How are they going to play it at, right? So that's kind of what we're doing for the first half of stream. And then after we get done with that, we'll hop into MCC Island and try to finish up Tug Toss to get those last few wins on stream. And if not, we'll do it later this week. Yeah, the art is amazing. Levy, popped off. I'm Levy, insane for their art. But yeah, and basically it's just a fun way to just show everyone who hasn't seen the Twitter posts who's in Cowboy SMP and their art style. Also, I think for the 70 stream streak, I can watch stream. Fair enough. But we'll start with our first two, Owen's Juice TV and Lemontine, also known as Luann. So we're going to start with Owen. So right off the bat, we can kind of understand one thing that I notice is he's been through a lot. How can we tell? There's no life behind those eyes. Those eyes have gone through stuff. This is your fiance's. But yeah, genuinely though, the eyes have are like a lifeless point of view, and I don't mean that in the joking way. I mean, if you've seen someone go through enough stuff in their life, entirely, it says it looks so done and exhausted from whether it's he's on the run and an outlaw. He could be a bounty hunter, and he's gone through constant tuss up edgelord cowboy, and I can fix him. Of course, Zayd would say that. But we can also just tell from his outfit. His outfit isn't anything grand. It's not well kept up. It's not polished. It's very rugged. There's tatters in the clothing. It's, in the sense, dustied over. Very, very minimal wear. And then, of course, we have the simple gun holster just as a outfit style and design. We don't really know. I know Pau said there can't be guns in Cowboy because EULA, so it's entirely just cosmetic. Scroll over. But that is Owen's character. You can also just tell about the hair as well and the scarring. He has been into some tussles. But yeah, that's Owen. And then we go to the counter opposite of his character, Lemontine, aka Luann, who is very much Very Southern Belle-esque. Thought I didn't know. Skip over. The I can. Oh, that's the I can fix him. You know what? Fair enough. What is kind of funny now that you mention it is the direction of where how they and it might just be a coincidence, but it's funny how Luann is sitting like full sat like taking ready for photos of like for school photos, but the direction their character is looking, and even in like the actual plane, is towards Owen, and vice versa. Owen's direction of looking left is towards Luann. So that could hint to their dynamic, which again they're fiancés to each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did some actual lore and storytelling with each other. But yeah, Luann though, character-wise, is very Southern Belle innocent. Like, there's only good in the world type of character. Just from how innocent and how like proper she is. She's very Mary Lynn coded, yes. That was the first two. And honestly, again, art designs very, very well. There's not too much to go off of their outfit. It is just one like full dress, like blouse to dress, the long sleeves, the cleaned up hair. Very skipping down the flower field, yeah. Very Mary Poppins-esque in that sense as well. But also, they are both from out of town. So neither of them will actually be living in the town of Pity. So whether they both arrive together, whether they are total strangers to each other, we don't know. Okay, cool dynamic. I remember if Owen Chastain said they were taking notes after I said Cowboy, Owen looks stoic, reserved, but loyal and confident in his own abilities. Okay. That's good. So he does. He does look very stoic and like lone wolf type of been in these situations 1,000 times and he's always by himself. Like yeah, that's what I was saying. Like maybe I was gonna say maybe if they arrived together, he is protecting her for like a bounty or crazy like this would be so out of left field. But what if I don't want lyrics. What if for the start their entire dynamic with each other is like is it hold on, I need to see if this is the right definition. Is the with the yeah, okay, so I was right. What if there was a crazy dynamic between the two here? It was like Stockholm syndrome. Where like Owen is an outlaw, took Luann captive, and then like that it would be insane. It'd be absolutely crazy. But again, it's the Wild West we're talking here. Right? Like anything goes down in the Wild West to some degree. And if both of them already, I'm so writing that like that it could be. Now I 99% sure it's not gonna happen. Stockholm syndrome isn't a real thing, but like that's but like that's the psychological aspect of it. And in a storytelling perspective, in movies and such, it's happened before. We've seen it time and time again in like animated shows, movies, even anime, where a person does not like someone throughout majority of the series, and then the more they get to like know them, they start to actually realize who they are. Be a farmhand that works in Logan's like fully. Oh yeah, no, I think it's too far. I just couldn't find. I couldn't like get the actual like definition of what I'm trying to figure out. The closest thing I could think of was that. But what I'm thinking in the sense is like they both arrive. They don't agree with each other whatsoever, and then over a period of time, they start understanding who they both truly are. Type of dynamic between the two. Because again, they're both going to get married to each other, so I wouldn't be yes, enemies to lovers, strangers to lovers, that type of dynamic. The whole like you know someone, you don't like them for who they are at all, and then you realize why they are that type of person. Mr. Darcy Elizabeth. Basically, like that's what I can get out of these two. Like from just how they're looking at each other in like the directions they're posed at. I wouldn't be surprised if it is in some way that type of dynamic. But yeah, so that is Owen's Juice TV and Clementine. We got 3 more to go through. Well, they both have a hand on their heart. Yeah. One here. One here. She likes him, and Owen looks like he's just there for the duty. I mean, it could definitely be. Like, we never know, but I feel like there will be some form of dynamic where one has stronger feelings over the other in some way. I know what you mean. Like, one is very happy, one is optimistic, one is pessimistic. But y'all can see now where I'm getting at, where it's like they are entire opposites of each other, and somehow they're gonna make a connection throughout the series. Now, will it be as crazy as what I said earlier, Stockholm Syndrome? Probably not. It's like a 0.01% chance of that to actually happen. But in the sense of storytelling, that is what I can see it as. Now, to go to our next two, we got Mythical Sausage and Gracie. Honestly, for these two, he has a braid. Kind of fitting. Realistically, like really, really fitting to Gracie, especially. Because Gracie was a full, like, rancher, cowboy, cowgirl for Rats, too. Rats in Paris. And Sausage just can fit any role. Like, Sausage can have a good time in any SMP that he does. So, very, very fitting. But yeah, Sausage is definitely, like, bandit or mercenary type. Rugged-esque. I'm noticing just by the holster that's just not a revolver, that's like a full rifle. So it's like Pirate with Martin, but in reverse. Yeah, basically. Sauce's character is definitely like bandit-esque. He also gives a little bit of ranger vibe. I think it's mainly because of the coat, or not coat. Cloak around his neck that drapes backwards. It is very ranger-esque with the hat and the outfit style. You have very, very tall boots. Very, very tall boots. But Sausage, and even just like we can kind of metagame this as well. Sausage's personality is chaotic and fun. So going more of the bandit-esque route is definitely fitting for him. Also, Wendy, thank you for this tier 1 now at 8 months. I appreciate it. Him and Scott are going to be a danger to PG again. Look, pretty much, I'm fully expecting anyone PG when those two are around to just walk. Like, they walk in... For example, Owen walks into a bar, right? Sees Sausage and Scott already in the bar, turns right around and walks out the door. Poncho turned... I couldn't remember what the name is. A poncho, yes. A poncho cloak. But, like, that's what I just imagine. Anytime someone sees those two in the same room and it's just PG... Owen, he's just gonna turn right around the door and walk straight out. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna be very, very funny. It's also the amount of moments I'm waiting for, like, because we know Scott is the sheriff. So the amount of, like, if Sausage is a bandit / an outlaw, and those dynamics, and they're already, like, in a confrontation with each other, and then someone just walks in on them, and it just gets very weird very quickly. I think Scott polished my... made a hand... No, that's what I'm saying. That, like, it's gonna happen to that between Sausage and Scott, and someone's just gonna walk in on it, not say anything, and turn around. Just a full 180 out the door. They aren't going to question it. They aren't going to say anything. They're just going to leave. More as a bounty hunter. I could see that's why I'm like, I can see him being this rugged outlaw, bandit, bounty hunter, lone ranger type of character. But it's Sausage at the end of the day, and so those interactions are going to happen. He doesn't. I mean, to be fair, you can. It is very much like bounty hunter. I personally feel like he gives off Lone Ranger vibes, like very much Ranger with the poncho cloak and the hat and everything. But we'll see. We'll have to see. But to go hand in hand with the bar reference, or the saloon reference, I should say, we got Gracie, which really, really interesting, right? Because so far, every other it's full Zooey mom hemp. Calm down. Gracie's art style and, like, character choice is really, really good. But the overall, like, fitting is a bartender, barmaiden. This is a family-friendly channel. Yes, it is. 100%. But Gracie's character very much does fit the whole bar-esque, saloon-esque waitress running the bar, running the saloon. The outfit also kind of reminds me, and I know it's not in the same era, because the era of Cowboy SMP is around, like, between the 18th century and 19th century. Lean on the piano and sing with piano. Yes, very much the entertainment person who's in the saloon, helps with, like, the drinks and whatnot. Like, I can very much see that. But the other thing, and it's primarily the outfit style, it reminds me, and even though these outfits came out in the early 19th century, around the 1910, 1920s, especially during World War I or II, I believe it's World War I? Pretty much ended in 1914. Yeah, hold on. I need to remember. Okay, yeah, so it is around World War I. World War I was 1914. So around the 1910s and 1920s, there were a female occupation of basically what they were known as flappers, which were the similar era of the Western style of like bar waitresses, bar maidens, those who would be in a saloon and do entertainment and sing in that. But it was more towards the style of early 19th century, which was more of the close to the Roaring Twenties and the whole like mafia-esque. The outfit is a really, really pretty outfit. It's a really, really good choice for a Western outfit as well. But that's what the outfit reminds me of. It's very similar to that style. A lot more flowy and elegant compared to it. But yeah, other than that, I feel like that's what Gracie is going to probably base around their story, is like a saloon into that era. But now, holding on to my cup of water as I take a drink. She is out of town. That's interesting, actually. I didn't know. I actually didn't catch that. She actually is out of town. Both of them are out of town. Maybe. That it does, but I wouldn't be shocked if it transitions to them being like being a part of a saloon when they walk into town or they come into town and gets employed. Yeah, like I could see that. I definitely can see some like way or shape for it to like end in that type of dynamic, to where she comes into the town of Pity and gets employed, because the outfit feels very fitting to that style, and I don't know what other occupation like her character would do. The only thing, it's giving Hollywood barmaid. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I can't really think of anything else. I mean, yeah. Could be moving to Pity to buy a saloon without knowing the town is going under. I mean, possibly. What, Everyone Darling? I could see that. I could definitely see that. But anyway, that was Sausage. This was Sausage. This is Gracie. And that was Tuesday. Now we go on to today with our next two female cast members, Cherry Fire and Apo Kuna. First off, fitting to the cherry art style of the pink outfit and the pink like fire hair. Very, very clever. I also like... Also, Cherry does have an animatic yet. I'm not going to play the animatic. If you want to go see the animatic and you have Twitter, or possibly, I don't know if Cherry posted on Blue Sky, but if you have been following Cherry, Cherry Fire Live, you should go watch it and then go leave a like on it. From a game. Very much so. Cherry... The first thing that I noticed based off Cherry's like art style, like the poster, is the scar that goes across the eye and downwards. Rosalia from Mario. I could see a little bit of that, yeah. But definitely has some five for sure. Yeah, I feel like they've been in a scrap. Could either be like an outlaw, bandit type of character. Again, we're going back to like Lost in Eye and all. Without saying, I'm guessing Cherry is wealthier from whatever she does. Probably runs a crime, like something like that. But like also going back to like the lifelessness of the eyes. When you look at everyone's character, like Owen just has void. Like Owen just has straight up void. There is no speck of light. Luann has the blue that matches the outfit, but has that like little gleamingness to it. You then go, you then go to like Sausage again. Eye colored, light in it. Gracie color, light in it. You then go to Cherry. And if you look at Levy's art style, they've all like been corresponding roughly to like the person's hair / similar offset to the like outfit, right? Cherries are just like charcoal, like eye, like grayish, like lost the color in their eyes. So they've been through stuff. It's definitely more angsty. More if you run into them, the first thing they want to do is get into a fight with you. It fully feels like that. But other than that, I can't like put like there's no other big like tall tale sign to their outfit. It does fit very much the fighter scrapper type of character. It also fits just Cherry Fire's like art style with the pink, the fire. I also think it's very clever, right? Cherry's like logo and like art icon is this red flame that goes over one of her eyes. And so it's fitting just to correspond with Cherry. And I don't know if this was intentional or not, but having the scar go over one of the eyes as well as like representing the flame, but in a scar form. Very, very cool. And I like that a lot. But like a little bit of like a counterpart, a little bit of opposite. Again, out of town and town resident. So Cherry's out of town, while the town resident is Apo Kuna. Very, very much a whimsical character. Similar to Apo's character feels like a mix of Gracie's character and Luann's character in like the art style. The hair's everything. I love her hair. Her hair is so good for this. She has a little bit of like, literally exactly that, a little like :3. It's very, the hair is very fluffy, very big. I don't know why. It just reminds me of. I don't know why it reminds me of like a ram. I think it's because the fluffy hair with the face reminds me very much of like sheep. Like some little fluffy animal. Mareep. Yes, that. Honestly, yeah, hold on. One moment, chat. One moment. Need to get a PNG of this. You can't tell me that this little guy does not remind you a little bit of Apokuna. or Flaffy. One of the two. Like, hold on. If we go Flaffy, like, genuinely, Flaffy, Apokuna, or Mareep, Apokuna. There's a commonness between these. It's the same image, Your Honor. It's the hair and mouth. It's fully the hair and mouth. It's fully just the hair and mouth that reminds me of the character, right? But anyways, besides looking like fluffiness, Apple's character generally does have like this like mischievous look, but also not the same of like Bandit. You know what I mean? Like, it's mischievous, but also slightly innocent. You define the difference between these two pictures. Like, it's the whole take my hand, I'll help you. Gives pickpocket vibes. I mean, I could see that. I definitely could see a little bit of, like, pickpocket vibes to it. I could also definitely see, like, the innocence, but also the mischievous portion. And pull out a dagger at you. I wouldn't say that far. Because Cherry looks like they would pretend to be kind to you and then pull out a dagger. Cherry would play damsel in distress and pull out a dagger. Apple is, yes, sweet with a hint of silly, like, a bit of silly chaos. Like, wouldn't be the one to instigate it, but if something was to happen, they would go along. You know what I mean? Like, they aren't the one to start it, but they aren't going to be the one to stop it. They would be like, oh, let me help you. Cherry would greet you with the dagger, and Apple would be with the one behind her back. Like, yeah, I feel like that's how Apple's character is. Yeah, also Apple is from Pity, so Apple lives in the town, while Cherry doesn't. So we don't know fully, but if Apple lives in the town of Pity, ooh, weirdly enough, you know what Apple's character reminds me of a teacher. I think it's just the dress, but it's very much the teacher-esque dress from Westerns. Now, I don't know if there would be a schoolhouse in the town of Pity, even though historically Westerns had at least one school for all the children to learn something with someone that taught them. But I definitely can see in some vibe Appo being helpful. Like, teaching people or helping in some way. I don't know how. But it definitely gives me teacher vibes. Not anymore from the looks of the trailer. Well, maybe they were once a teacher. Who knows? But that is my guess. And lastly, we go to the last two people of the day. And some that a lot of people are happy for. We have some hermits in a POW SMP. We got some more hermits in a POW SMP. We got Rendog and False Symmetry. They really saved the best for last. I don't think it's the best for last. I think everyone, no matter what order, is a. That was rude. Is a. What is it? Very good placement of order. Now, 100% Ren is like Priest vibes. And we got 2 town residents here. So Ren is like Priest vibes, 100%. Most priests in the Westerns wore all black, had the like cloak on, full outfit. What I do think is funny though is because of the sunglasses, right? Which I don't even think sunglasses were invented in the 1800s in this style. It gives me Men in Black. Men in Black spy energy. Like, remove the sunglasses, priest all the way. Add the sunglasses, secret agent, Men in Black spy. I was about to type Men in Black. Yeah, I think we all see it. It's like, with the glasses, Men in Black. Without the glasses, priest. You know what? It's like a Superman. It's like a Clark Kent and Superman. With the glasses, he's Clark Kent. Without the glasses, he's Superman. With the glasses, he's a part of the Men in Black team. Without the glasses, he's just your ordinary priest. Trench coat is still spy, yeah, but like, priests wore trench coats in the Western. I think also everyone here, like 90% of the people in this SMP so far have worn trench coats. Have we all also noticed that? Hold on, give me a second. I'm actually going to pull this up real quick. I'm going to pull up every single person in this SMP that we have seen so far. And we're going to count how many trench coats there are, or coat-esque secondary layers. Dusters are pretty... I know they're pretty common, I just think it's funny. And I'm not talking vests, I'm talking like relatively long form of coat. Okay? So then, let's just go back real quick. Let me... So, I wouldn't necessarily count this as a coat, but it could be a coat. It's a jacket in the sense because it is over the vest. So we can count it as... It's a bit of a stretch, but it's Doug Dimmadome, and I don't really like consider it as a coat. It's more of a jacket than anything, right? But that's a coat. That is full coat. So there's one. That is a dust. Again, it's a coat. A duster and a coat is the same thing. Literally has the belt of a coat. We got 2. Coat, broad category, yes. We got number 2 for a coat. This is just a vest of a long sleeve, so we're not counting it. This again is jacket, more fitting because it's not as long. Now that is a good Western coat. Again, more jacket. That's a coat. I'm calling that a coat. That is almost down to like knee, like your kneecaps right there. Like that's a coat. Then we got coat. And then we'll go back to false, but again, coat. Not a coat. Has a cloak, but not a coat. Not a coat. cloak, close to a coat, not a coat, nothing, just a bandana. So like half of the half the SMP have coats, and then like 80% of them have a cloak or a coat or a jacket. Which is very, very silly. But anyways, oh yeah, multiple layers were very common. I won't say it's not like a common thing. But we now go to false symmetry. False keeps the goggles on brand as always, but the actual like fit itself. Again, we got the coat, we got the tassels on the coat. False's character, it lives in the town of Pity with same as Ren. But False's character reminds me of someone who is rich. Like, it's opulent, it's clean. It gives Detective a little bit, but like I could see like bank owner. I think it's also the green for money aspect to the character. Ignore the goggles unless the goggles are inventor-esque, but like False's character is just constant, like usually has goggles if I've like seen False's like default skin. It's the sunglass, yeah. So like without ignore the goggles and just look at the fit itself. It gives like mine owner, banker, like owns a bank, owns a mine, opulent, wealthy to some degree, because you got the green vest, the red tie, the like golden pocket watch connected. You got the fluff of tassels, which most people didn't like run with like this. The best word I can say is like flashy in describing it. Of an outfit in a Western like scenario. Tassels weren't. Some people did. It is very much a thing with Hollywood primarily that had tassels. But again, we're a Minecraft SMP, so like we can let it slide. But even then, it still fits the like aspect of it. And so I feel like False's character is going to be was or is a bank teller for whatever reason, or ran a mine before the town got into that state, or however it got into that state and went under. Like, that is my guess. We were Minecraft SMP. No. I'm saying we're like everyone else in there. Don't make false hope, nerdy. Trust me. But overall, though, I do think False's character does give a bit more to that wealth factor to Town of Pity. Have a crying session planned with Shep's chat. Why Shep's chat? Why not my chat? That's crazy. I see where your priorities lie, nerdy. I see where your priorities lie. No, I would love to see a Cowboy Shep too. Have you seen illness manifesting? Yeah, but anyways, like out of everyone, I feel like Falls has the most wealth to bring so far with the cast members that we've seen. Like it's False and then like 4C possibly. Just with the outfits alone. Everyone else that we've seen has had more of like a also possibly Gracie. Gracie's outfit seems very very luxurious. Shep already has a cowboy PNG sitting. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe you should go cry with Shep if Shep already has a cowboy PNG just sitting in a folder waiting just to be used. But I feel like this entire cast, regarding wise, everyone seems so far. They're all like rugged to an extent besides a few. So far the ones that don't seem fully rugged, right, are Apo, Gracie, Luann, False, 4C, and a little bit of like, I think they get their hands dirty, but also like Bekyamon. I feel like Beck's character seems well off, but also like they get their hands dirty. Like they are. So it's like 5 out of the 17, which is still a decent number. That's like what, 25% of their cast so far. But again, also there's life in False's eyes compared to when we go back to Owen's character. There is no life in those eyes. But that's so far as my theories. It will be interesting to see all of these characters' dynamics with each other. I'm very curious to see how they all play it out. For being a guest in BG3. Oh. But I am definitely curious to see how they all interact with themselves. Tomorrow's the last day, right? That's what Pau said, yeah. Okay. And if this was 4, that means my theory was right, or like my little prediction, not theory, of them doing 6, 4, 4, and then 3 for the last. So who are the last 3? Do we have any guesses for the last 3? Abolish and Shep / Silly. If only. I have a whole list of predictions. Okay, well, we just need 3. We don't need 17. It's a... Still hold out hope for Lukey. I could see Lukey. Shep, me, and Catboy, Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo. Can we please get Catboy, Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo? Can I just say, chat, that that happening at like 2 a.m. in the morning is so funny. I think what makes it funny is like if it was just done, it was like, oh look, Catboy, Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo. It was just funny. It's because for some reason, Ravel was having the absolute funniest laugh and like losing their absolute mind to the joke with everyone else, and then things were breaking, so it was also funny. So when you get like being tired with all that happening, I think that's why it was so funny to everyone. But yeah, anyways, Ravel mentioned, yeah. Anyways, so Raws and Water, those are also good ones. Yeah, we haven't seen either of them. Maybe tomorrow. Martin, yes. Shep, yeah. Crow, yeah. Joel, yeah. Kyle, yeah. Hello, Redux. Ross said she was in. Okay, well, to be fair, Roz was in Rats SMP too. So they might not be. They might be, right? Like sometimes a cast member is in an SMP and the next one they're not in it, so we don't really know. Got Jimmy, Shelby, and possibly Cam Bam. Okay. Well, out of all that list, I don't know who, but I do feel like those all are good guesses in some way. I could see Cub fan. If Cub wanted to do it like an SMP with Pow, I think he could. Pangy has had piqued my interest. Pangy would also be cool. Because Pangy and Owen did interact all throughout the realm. Water, Roz, and Crow. Or Kyle. Lukey and Pangy, yeah. Imagine this, right, chat? I don't know if this would actually happen or not. You get the two cast members, right? They do their first post, and it's the two of them, whoever those two might be. Let's just say it's like Crow and Kyle, right? You get Crow and Kyle, right? And you're like, okay. And then out of nowhere, the lone person to be the last one on the list, the grand finale, is Jimmy Solidarity Gaming. Just when everyone thought all hope was lost. Now, could that happen? Yes. Would it happen? We do not know. Because I don't know if Jimmy would actually want to do a Cowboy SMP for two reasons. Yeah, no, Twitter would crash. Twitter would crash. But I don't think he would, because he's already done a Cowboy character in some way. And if he was to do a Cowboy SMP, everyone would just be like, are you the sheriff? Can you be the sheriff? Or something tied to the sheriff. And that's like a whole different character. Jimmy is his own person. So like, he's not just one character, right? So, and becomes the leader of bandits. That would be cool. He goes the opposite of Cowboy. Honestly, that would be so funny because now Scott is the sheriff, so now Jimmy gets all his payback at Scott. Actually, Mothman, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. If Jimmy's an alien, I mean, Jimmy could honestly, if there were aliens and Jimmy was a cameo as an alien, I could see that. The prequel to Sheriff Jimmy. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, chat, that's going to be it for today regarding the theories. We'll do our last bit of theories on Friday. So we'll have Thursday. We get to see all that. We'll do Friday, a little bit quick briefing. And then from there, we'll probably just do some MCC Island. Right now, we're gonna jump into MCCI now. But those are our theories of who all of them are going to be. We're now going to switch on over. My prediction. I mean, I think it was bound to happen eventually. A lot of people were wanting a Cherry Fire-esque cameo and or character, like main cast member in a POW SMP. And so it is very fitting, and I think it was bound to happen eventually. All right, chat, but now it is time for me to not lose my sanity and play Tug Toss. Yay. We just need 9 more, chat. If we can just get 4 wins today. If we can get 4 wins. I'll be happy because that means I'm halfway and I can do the other 5 tomorrow when I'm not streaming, and then I can be done. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to do the Parkour Warrior one, and I'm not going to do the what is it? I'm not going to do a hole in the wall because I don't care for the hole in the wall ones. And then what is it? Parkour. I mean, I could try grinding this out. It's reach level 25. I just have to play parkour like a madman. Because I'm a few away, and that's the last badge for parkour. And it would kind of feel bad not doing the parkour one. Like, realistically. Chat flip the Q and throw. If only. Alright, this first game is kind of like a warm-up game. Just because I have not done any movement today, so... Nope. Can I hit the Neo? I can. Sweet. Sweet. I'll take it. Gosh. I'm gonna have to, like, lock in here for, like, 4 games. If I can just keep getting, like, first, second, and then everyone else just, like, varies rapidly, I'll be happy. Because that means I should be able to be fine. I locked in very... Okay, cool. I'm fine with this one. Can I place my blocks right is a question. Server, 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 server. Close. That was close. Server was lagging a little bit there, and I was starting to panic. Server was lagging there, and I was starting to panic. Oh my gosh. Right, one more. I should basically be in the clear. Now to get first, as long as I don't do a revolutionary fumble. But we will see. Okay, game, please just be nice. Oh, early bird, early bird, early bird, early bird. Please, please, please. Just, I don't care if I get first in this one. I just need one of them. I'll take second. I don't care. I don't care. That's a first in my eyes. Oh my gosh. All right, we got 8 more to go, chat. 8 more. Early bird on this map's crazy because you have to like just go up and hit right underneath it. We are gonna back out real quick because I want to see something. That should put me at 8 left, I believe. Server, thank you. Yeah, 8 left, cool. I want to go to just the parkour warrior one real quick. Yeah, come at 20. I need to get to 25. So I technically just need to do parkour warrior survivor. All right, we'll do that if we get like 4 done here. Getting 5 levels isn't going to be terrible. It's going to be a pain in the get, but it's not going to be terrible because I can just run parkour and just get to level 6 and just beat people. It's just tug toss. We need 3 more wins, chat. Don't know if we'll get in this lobby or not. Unsure. Unsure. Everybody in this lobby, if you can throw, that'd be great. Please, for me. I'll take a second. What have you theorized so far, lower board? I was just guessing everyone's cast placements. Appa, we think you're possibly a teacher. You give off teacher vibes. The outfit gives off teacher vibes. Also, you are Mareep. What about me? Cherry, you are a ruthless killer. There's like no light in your eyes. And you look like you just stabbed somebody on sight. Yay. I don't understand why people can we not here for like one moment? We're not gonna get first because we have people who are throwing. We're not gonna get first because people are throwing and are just absolute and wanted on several states. Basically, yeah. Genuinely don't know why the person decided to pillar over, jump down onto me, and then punch me. Like, that's actually crazy. What other rules are there? Rules. I mean, like, for everyone? Or... Be honest, because I'm worried I won't get the menacing vibe down to my aura. Your aura did work. You were threatening to where we looked at you and we saw and we're like, yep. It definitely could be a wanted fugitive. Man, if that person just didn't punch me, I would have gotten first. I'm just saying. It's just people in this game don't think. Cherry Fire is super threatening. Apo, yeah, I think it was the hair, but we all agreed you just reminded us of Mareep. Or Flaffy from Pokemon, one of the two. The hair with the smile. We're like, definitely Mareep or Flaffy. The Pokemon. In a slash pause way. Like, super slash pause. Let me through. Oh, it's far left. Of course it's far left. I really hate this one. Like, this one is the worst game out of everything, because it entirely is just a, game of roulette. It was definitely true gold. Chef Friday being Cowboys. I think a Cherry Fire cameo or main cast was to happen eventually. Being Flappy. And the flaps makes it worse. Yep. Of course it's early bird. When is it not early bird? Like, the fact I need to get 8 more wins in this game is just, oh, I messed up on that. That's over. Because, yep, there it is. Cool. Because the birds are never anywhere different. Oh, and I messed that one up. Cool. Can I just leave? Can I just do slash hub? Because I don't want to be in this lobby. Like, the server's lagging. I'm getting punched for no apparent reason. And I need to get 8 more wins in this game. It's not fun. MCC roster predictions is so fun to me. It's just great. Chat, the only way I'm ever in a POW SMP is if I get invited. Only way that's happening. I can't just be like, hey, Apo Kuna, can I be in Cowboy? And then Apo just being like, yes. You have to get invited to these things. What is a Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo? Oh, you missed the video. Late... Okay, I'll show the video. I will show the Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo meme that happened. Jokes on you, that's what I did. I said, hey, can I be... You know what? Fair enough then, Cherry Fire. To be in a project. I mean, fair enough, yeah. I said no. Well, there you go. See, this is why you never ask your heroes, chat. They can always just show disappointment. If I just had a better 6th placement... Or is that stretching it? You know this. It's the saying. I don't know what the best like term of it was. All right, hold on. Give me a moment. Let me pull up the. It's a 10-minute video, so give me a moment to pull it off of my Google Drive. It shouldn't take long to download it, but the reason why this video is so funny, it's because Ravel just loses their absolute mind. If you don't know who Ravel is one of Owen's mods. Yeah, because basically the entire thing went on for like an hour and a half. From like the start to the end, and then there was then some after the end that I didn't include, so it's probably like roughly 2 hours in total. But from the entire process of everything making, hello, welcome Evil Burger with cheese. At least you're with cheese. You're not just a bland Evil Burger. It's just you're just I've been summoned. It's just this. Hold on. There you go. Give me a moment. It started with, all right, for context, chat. It started with a question. That was just entirely because they were doing, this was the day of Cowboy cast announcements. Fails another knock joke, which is and so I just put in chat, can we get a Cowboy Mumbo, because that would be funny, aka could Mumbo Jumbo be in Cowboys, because if Mumbo Jumbo tried doing a cowboy country accent and played a cowboy character, I think that would be the funniest thing. And so from that one question devolved into over an hour and a half of what you're about to witness, and Ravel losing their mind. Ravel, this is your legacy now, I'm just saying that. What makes this so funny is just Ravel laughing hysterically just at that phrase and losing their absolute mind. So Appo, Cherry, as you can see, this is what it slowly devolves into. Appo, you're also in this video. You also become part of this meme. It annoyed. Oh yeah, no. It's just a silly, stupid joke. What? Don't worry, you're in this. You're in this as well. Then there's Shep. Like, this is it's such a stupid bit, but everyone was so tired. It was just so funny. And then Pogly kept breaking because the text, like, the hitboxes of all the images were too big, so the mods kept clicking on the wrong image, constantly ruining things, bring it to the top layer. For a boss now? That's not me though. That's Catboy Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo. I was cleaning up everything behind the scenes. I don't know. I believe it, Sparrow. I believe it. When I heard there were like 50 ears on the side of the screen. Oh, there's Apo. There she is. Right there. Magical Cowboy Apo Kuno. Ophelia box. We can make 14 of them. That was the joke. I was like, just add 14. Oh yeah, then this happened. I didn't like the fact y'all just had a horse ready on screen. Just ready. Not even, that wasn't even related to this, but just had a horse on the side. And again, Ravel's just losing their absolute mind. Like, the more, like, just looking at one part, you're like, okay, yeah. When you look at everything, the more you look at this, you realize how much of a cluster this screen is right now. Bungo Johnny Jeff the horse. Yep, there it is. Yep. Clicking anything was a minefield. Clicking anything. Oh yeah, then you guys figured out how fonts worked and started changing the fonts on the on the text. Can't believe you predicted Apo's skin wrap. Oh yeah, this part. So for context, as it goes far and too fast, this is me, and I'm like, now you just need to add like top bar, bottom bar of black bars of bold white font that just says, "Me and the boys ready for Cowboys." I didn't think they would actually do it, and then just let me cook. 2P also until we notice the setting right there. That's crazy. They would not. The thing was, I felt like they would, but I didn't think it would happen so quickly. I think it would just have happened over a longer period of time. I didn't expect the instant response of let me cook. And then this part of y'all breaking the black bars with Appo's PNG, and then Owen's PNG breaks, and then Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo's just chilling with his horse bungo Johnny Jeff. Didn't have any good PNGs, yeah. Me and the boys ready for Cowboys. It's So yeah, this is the origin stories of this meme. It all started with one simple question of what if Mumbo was in Cowboys, and then it devolved into this. This was me manifesting abolishin a Cowboy SMP. If only. Oh yeah, then Apple's character goes over at the very end again. One more day of announcements. I can still have. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can still hope. Oh yeah, yeah. Gosh. And then Owen breaks. You have to now fix the bottom bar. Oh my gosh. Yeah, never underestimate the Owen mods. Oh yeah, the fact y'all just kept stacking the bows instead of trying to get the bows underneath them originally until now, so there were just 3 bows stacked on top of each other. No, I know they're small. Yeah, I got 4 y'all on my team as well. Trust me, I know. I know. Yeah, then there's April, which, to be fair, April, you can be as chaotic as the Owen mods if you wanted to. If Helldivers has taught us anything with me, you, and Zaid, Israel, I swear. No, that's not me. That's Cowboy Mumbo Jumbo. So yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna pause this real quick. Look how much of a cluster and chaotic this is. I'll get Cowboy regret one day, but that day isn't today. But like, you got top bar, bottom bar, bold text. Me and the boys ready for Cowboys. And then you got all the mod icons are just normal, but like it just adds to it. You got a klepto to the left that pops back and forth in and out. You got Owen in the bottom left screen sleeping. You got 2 more Owen emotes here. You got another You got another NARP up here. You got the timer. You got the rats are back, which is out of context. You have no idea what that means. You then got 3 different Minecraft skins, all referencing Cowboys with 3 different texts on them. And then, of course, just the horse. Then the horse is here as well. Like, this right here, and then everything else just in the background of just all like little knickknacks of just across Owen's shelves. Like, this right here, you add a few more things, you could play Where's Waldo. Was an overstimulation station? Yes. Like, genuinely, if you want, you just put, like, Appo here popping above the little, like, sleep cam. And in the top right corner, you just got Temple Run or the other running game in the top right corner. And then basically the narps are the dancing fruits already. Do we get Pogly? You know what? If I ever do a subathon, or if and when I do a subathon, because I will do a subathon one day. It will not be anytime soon, but one day there will be a subathon. I'll figure out Pogly, and the mods will get Pogly. Because I genuinely do think Pogly was just a huge fun factor to the subathon this year, and so like, it's medium. We will see. Okay, you know what? I'll do this tomorrow. I'll just grind out Parkour Warrior Survivor. Because I have to get to level 25 in Parkour Warrior Survivor, which isn't too difficult. I think I'm like a few levels behind, and I can just rank that up while I talk to y'all, and then I can just do Tug Toss off screen. I just need 8 more. I got 1 win today. I'll take that as some progress. I have not seen the Knock Knock clip from Ravel. I've only heard about it. I do not know what that clip is. I've done the necessary materials. Oh, we don't need to see that. I mean, if like Mochi or someone wants to just DM me and message me on Discord the clip, we can definitely watch it. Oh, it's only a minute? Sure. I don't know, Mochi, you're just like the one person that already has messaged me about stuff before, so it's like easiest way possible. Mochi, if you love me. Well, now you got my curiosity, like, interested and piqued. Rats. What's your Cowboys theory? I can quickly go over every single character that we've done real quickly after this game. Like, the theories are like more to... oh, that's just server lag. Okay. I rushed that. The theories are like primarily towards what is it? Like the outfits. Knock Knock Girl would say Knock Knock back this year, however. It's been sent. Okay, I'll look at it right after this game. But yeah, basically the theories are like sort of the outfits and trying to base off what their occupation is based off of the outfits alone and what their general vibe is. So like for example, Appo is like innocent but also mischievous in a way, and we're like reminds us of almost like a former teacher from the outfit, but then also the big hair and like the grin. In the most positive way, we're like Appo looks like Mareep from Pokemon. At least that we noticed. Yeah, like Sheriff. We all fully believe Ren is a priest. We also think Ren is part of the Men in Black series, because those glasses give us Men in Black vibes. So when he puts the glasses on, he's part of Men in Black. When he takes the glasses off, he's just your daily priest. He's like Superman, but backwards. We believe False is like wealthy in some capacity, whether like banker or like owns a mine type beat. Cherry we think is either like bandit, outlaw, like gets in a scrap on site, like cattle baron maybe, like some, like, yeah, basically has wealth from some aspect. Who else? Great. I'm going backwards from who are all presented today now. Gracie, we fully think is like part of a saloon, like saloon maiden, or like the person who sings when the piano plays type of like entertainment actress in a way. Sausage we feel like is like Lone Ranger, outlaw type of character. Luann we feel is like the innocent oh, I fell. The innocent like damsel in distress type of vibe, very like world is good and proper. Owen, we feel he is some form of bandit or bodyguard to Luann. We also, if you want to take a closer look, there's like no like life. His eyes are just soulless. They're just purely black in the artwork. Like Sweet Bookner, like in a sense, like very like very much thinks everybody's good in the world type of character. But what we kind of also realized is, oh, that's just server lag. That's okay. Well, that was just server lag. I can fix them. Is gonna, yeah, no, basically it's the whole like they're polar opposites to each other, and like they probably hate each other or something at first, but then they slowly realize why they're all truly about, and it's like that type of connection. I see that as enemies to lovers, not maybe like strangers to lovers, enemies to lovers, like that whole dynamic in a sense. Sunshine, grumpy vibes, like pessimistic, optimistic, two opposites that like build and help each other up type of way. Oh, what's also interesting that we noticed in the artwork of theirs is Luann is looking to the right and Owen is looking to the left. And in a way, they're looking at each other and they're both holding on to like their hearts/chests. Interesting. Yeah, so that is something we thought. All right, then the day before, we got Pyro, which I think Pyro is just a full like snake oil salesman, like mine boss, snake oil salesman, does whatever he wants to make money type of scheming individual. He just looks shady. Okay, that was just a throw on my part. And then 4C again, we feel like is like innocent ranch handler person. Like everything's bad happening around him, but he's just living his best life, and like nothing is actually affecting him. It's like he would walk into a saloon bar fight, grab a drink, and then no one would like. Nothing would happen to him. He would just mind his own business. What if it's friends to strangers to lovers? In a sense, they knew each other when they were younger, and then one of them moved. I mean, it could happen. Who, 4C? Yeah, 4C. Force of it. Like, very much. He just looks such, like, good old guy. Like, just innocent dude who just living his best life. Okay, can the server stop lagging, please? Do I have to change my client? Is that what's happening? Okay, and I just fall on that. That's crazy on my part. Seems like, yeah, like, he seems way more kind-esque. And then, who else? And then afterwards, the Scott Sheriff, we know that. Ollie, oh yeah, Beck and Always as well. Ollie Mayor, and then Beck gives full rancher, like horse riding, hunting, like type of person. Be a big believer in town, even though it's called pity. Possibly, yeah. So we have that, and then lastly, Eloise, which gives very much bounty hunter vibes. Another thing to point out with Elle's like artwork that I noticed is that no one has like everyone has had some sort of like some item that kind of represents. The one that like draws a lot of the attention is the red necklace. Server, stop lagging, please. Oh my gosh. Bro, I can't right now. If the server lag. Thank you. Is the red necklace around Elle? It very much stands out from the rest of her outfit, so that might be tied to their character in some way. Don't know how, but some way. I just need to reach Leap 6, I believe, and like outlive others. I know that. Oh yeah, but that's pretty much most of our like a bit of our theories and guesses with it. Why am I throwing here? Like this part isn't that hard. It's here. Thank you. Yeah, servers. I need to switch clients because server right now is just struggling. With, yeah. Also, Eloise is the only one with a bandolier, as well as the ammo that's around their vest, which might just be an art style thing, but definitely fits more of that like bounty hunter-esque vibe. All right, after this game, I'm gonna switch clients, but then also I threw. Why am I throwing so bad right now? Oh my, I am throwing. But yeah, we'll then also watch the Ravel little clip. Yeah, they got it. Yep, cool. All right, let me out of here real quick. Let me leave server. All right. One moment. Open up screen. Close that. Copy link. Paste it. All right. So this is Ravel falls or fails at knock knock joke again. So this is not the first time this has happened. Oh. Yeah, you didn't say who's there. Yep. Knock knock, who's there? Ice cream, ice cream. Yep. All right, one more time. One more time for those who now realize what happened. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. I'll come to Ravel's defense a little bit here. Rosie also told Ravel that Ravel did it, and that Ravel did it correctly. But it's still funny that you didn't realize Ravel at the same time. Because then it goes, bro, there's a punchline, please. Yep. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Ravel never change. Never change. Because we keep getting moments like that. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me do the latest release client and then play it out. Alright. Oh, yeah, by the way, chat, what do y'all think of the next like Minecraft drop coming in with the copper golem? You love it? I think it's really cool. I think it's really neat. I did have the realization, right, that you can technically now properly make an auto sorting system, like a semi-auto sorting system, right? By you take an allay, have an allay attached to a chest. If copper chests allays can drop items to, and then within the copper chest, the golem takes out of the copper chest and then moves it to your storage. It is good, but now people think they're gonna add a lot of non-voted stuff. They might. They probably will. It won't be all at once, but they will definitely add stuff over a period of time. Just be iron and flesh. No, it is. They've already confirmed it. It's between stone and iron. So tool-wise, it's between stone and iron, and then in office, we know that, yeah. And then probably it'll be between leather and iron. So, but yeah, pretty much you can do a storage system now where an allay picks up the type of block you're wanting. Allay then takes it to a copper chest. Rosie, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. And then from there, you have a lovely rest of your stream. Thank you, Sparrow. Have a good rest. And then from there, right, gonna be even more useful. Yeah, like it then goes from allay to copper chest with the iron copper golem to a normal chest. Like, I get. Is this just broken? Do I actually, like... I'm 20 out of 20. I need 25 levels. On. So but no, server's just lagging today. It is a little rough with the server lag. No, actually, I'm gonna look real quick to make sure this is actually going up. How much XP do I need? I wish it told me. Oh, right here. I need 2,000 XP. That's crazy. I wish I could use my gems that I have to boost the game passes. You know what I mean? Just so I can get these last bits done. Because you can do it with the battle pass. You've been able to do it with the battle pass. Like, I genuinely don't know if it would be actually doable within the time frame of, what, 7 days? What's theory for Cherry? Cherry, we feel like is just a full, like, bandit-esque, like, it gets into a scrap on site when seen type of character. What? But yeah, I honestly don't know if it is worth... Because that's so much XP that I need. Because, like, you were able to buy... Does Quest Deck? No, it doesn't. It has to be through the game stuff. Right, night, Akira. For some reason, I thought you could buy the Battle Pass stuff. Like, Battle Pass levels. I thought that was a thing. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. MCC Island Store. Like, if I go to Park Warrior Master Frog. Mr. Frog contains access to the... Yeah, like, I don't think so. Interesting. What's weird is the amount of parkour that I've done. I don't understand how I've not completed this battle pass yet. For the amount of parkour that I've done on this server. It doesn't make much sense. I think I need like 2,000 XP. Is it crazy parkour achievements? I don't... Like, the only achievement that I have left is just completing this battle pass. That's the crazy part. Is like, I've done pretty much every other parkour thing besides just completing this battle pass. So I don't know why it's not done. Or even almost done. You know, I'm 5 levels away, and I've been 5 levels away for like a year. So I don't know if it's solely only Survivor. I know you can make that jump. I hate how I punched someone and all my momentum just stopped there. That was crazy. I just need to remember I just need to complete leap 6 for 75 experience. No, it's all like, it can be, the only form of XP that you can get increased in the battle pass is like, complete this month's parkour and earn medals. And it's like 3 XP per medal. Or like outlive other players in Parkour Survivor, and then beat Leap 6 in Parkour Survivor. Like, it's just that stuff. It's nothing crazy. So I don't know why it's like that. Unsure. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this one or not, and I just want to focus on the tug toss. Because, like, the amount of XP that I have to earn for this is kind of ridiculous. If it was like, oh, I could use gems to pay for levels, I'd be like, sure, I'll just buy it. But you can only use gems for the battle pass, like the game season pass, not for the actual game pass stuff. So I can understand why, but also everyone's going to be able to earn these products and rewards now anyways, because they are basically, if you own the premium battle pass, you get all of them anyways. So it's like, why not just allow me to pay for it within this last few time frame? Like, I'm not sure. I always forget there's that little pillar there, so you have to jump later than what you think. So, not sure. Yeah, we'll probably keep going a little bit more, chat. And then, call it there for today. Oh, I wanted to time it right. Bump up. Oh, I fell. Whoopsie. I'm throwing right now. There you go. Oh, this is end. I didn't realize this was end. We'll take a win. Say Parkour Warrior Champion VII. Like, I don't understand. I've done this much Parkour Warrior, and I'm at, what is that, 7? Badge 7, and I haven't completed the battle pass. Like, I've maxed out in Parkour Warrior Survivor. Like, I just don't think it's worth it right now. But now, now Tug Talks is at 11 out of 12. I was like, now it's low, but luckily, able to squeeze on by maybe one more game of Tug Toss. Weird? Yeah, I don't know. Because that's 75 wins. Add? All good. Round 1. Slapstick. Of course it's slapstick. Hello, game. Can I please? Wait, what? Hello? That was weird. Just gave that person the win. And I sneak by for first. Thank you. They didn't know the head hitter strat. I was like, I'll take a second, sneak by for first. Yippee. Honestly, if I can just get one more game in and get a win, I'll take it. That puts me down to 7. That means I can do the other... What is it, 3? For season 5? Yep. All right. Dude, what was... Okay, that person's just... That was weird. Like, person jumps down and then just doesn't continue running forward, decides to turn around, and even though I'm not falling, just keeps trying to punch me. And now I'm in second because of it. Like, that felt so targeted. Like, I'm nicked in everything. Like, I could have gotten another first there, been fine, but no, I get... What was it, third? Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Don't be weird. Oh, TNT, lovely. So glad I caught myself. With that top part, and I'm barely by with 3 points. I'll take it as another win. Like, I would have gotten 3 first. If I wasn't randomly getting punched by that person that ran in front of me, then turned around to try to punch me. Weird. Alright, well. That puts us at 43. We just need 7 more. So. It finally cooled down below 20 degrees Celsius. My windows are so wide open now. That's good. Yeah, I will say the one benefit of America is just every home has AC. Entirely based off of summertime. Oh, Ollie's on. Oh, Ollie's off. AC, nice and comforting. Yep, 43 out of 50. I can finish the last... I know I can finish the last 7 before the 9th. Getting over however much XP for parkour, probably not, because I don't know why it's taking so long for me to get that in progress done on that. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't think AC would be useful. You'd be surprised how good AC is. You would be surprised. Sweet. Close. The ability to go from super hot weather that's like in the... What would it be for Celsius? Let's just round it out. Going from in Celsius, and this is on average, 37.7 degrees Celsius, and then just going into a room That is 23.8 degrees Celsius. Feels very good, and the fresh breeze coming from the coast. Yeah, like cool coastal air experience. But the issue is under the roof, and full sun starts 2 p.m. until it goes down. Give off heat, and me being sensitive to noise wouldn't be something that can. Oh yeah, no. So the difference, right? With an American like air conditioning unit, especially if you have a home compared to like an apartment, is an American AC, the the air conditioning units are outside. And that's what makes the most noise, especially if you live in like a community, like suburban neighborhood, and you're not just in the city. So you hear slight noise, but it's like white noise in the background. You don't actually hear the loud fans going. Um it's not like a what is it called, a gator, like an alligator cooler, where it's like the air conditioning unit's in the window and it's like blowing the air out. It's not that. Like my air conditioning is right now, and you like my PC is louder than my actual air conditioning unit. Like I hear more of my PC on than my actual AC that's running through the vents right now. Like that's the difference between most like homes in the US, especially in a community, compared to like an apartment or a UK, is that, and I think some UK houses do have the air conditioning units on the outside. I think it just depends on the house that's built. So that's why I'm like, it is very nice in the benefit of living in the US when there is heat, is that you can just stay inside and not worry about that. And the other benefit of it, right, is even though we're like most American houses are simply built much to retain heat, yes. So American homes are designed depending on where you live, right? Northern, southern part of the hemisphere for the US is built more for getting heat out or keeping heat in. But to go hand in hand with our AC, the thermostat also can be used as a heater, so that heat also stays inside the houses when it gets cold. So the insulation for both a US home is designed to keep cold air in and hot air in, depending on the time of the year. It also just depends on where. Depends on where you live as well. Yeah, like my grandfather, he's a contractor. He's done custom homes and everything. So when I go up to his house, like I did for Christmas, this past year in Idaho, right? He, uh, his home is designed to also retain heat. So like during the summer, the little like top loft room that he has in his house that he built retains a lot of the heat. So it's really warm up there during the summer. But in the winter, it's nice and cold and such, and can stay warm because of the heaters and such that are surrounded the house. So like it just really depends. Found out I got insulation on the outside walls only here. Yeah, usually houses on the West Coast usually have the insulation on the outside, not on the in-between walls, just because it's not needed. Like what? Like while more of the northern areas in the U.S. will have insulation between most of the walls. The benefit of not having insulation between the inner walls is that since they are hollow, there might be some insulation here and there just because it's like debris that got stuck, which is fine. But the benefit is that since it's primarily drywall, if you want to run cable through the wall and you find hollow points, you're able to, and it's way easier to run networking and electronics through walls that way. Yes, you can still get insulation because my house has some insulation between some inner walls. But it's also nice because you can just run the cables and not worry about it. But alright, so we're gonna call it there for today. Not too much, pretty much a standard stream. I will see you all on Friday, where we will continue to wrap up our last bit of guesses. For Cowboys, that was the SMP name. I almost forgot what the SMP was called. For Cowboy SMP. And I'm also going to finish up my little video that I have. I should have it done by the end of this week. So, it's taken some time. I've had to do some revisions. That's why it hasn't been out yet. But it should be out hopefully by the end of this week. Hopefully by the end of this week. If not, I'm going to be a little bit upset because I planned on having it out. I try to get a video out by the end of each month. So, also, fun fact, chat. After I finish up this last video, I am switching over and transitioning to DaVinci Resolve and Affinity Photo, I believe, for all my editing and Photoshop work. So no more $60 subscription from Adobe for me. So my edits will probably be a little bit slower to take as I'm learning it. But that means I save $60 a month, which I will gladly save. But with that being said, chat, we're going to raid into someone, and we will go from there. Let's see, who do I want to raid into? No, let's raid into Liam. I haven't raid into Liam in a while. And Liam is doing a Blood Pack SMP. So, /raid links to Liam. There is the raid message that you're seeing in chat as well, right here. Thank you all again for hanging out with me today. You all have been awesome, amazing, and wonderful as always. And I will see you all on Friday. And look out for a new Abolish Regret video coming to you shortly. But always, chat, remember, abolish your regret, and I will see you all next time.